Hey, what's up everyone? How you all doing? So, let's talk about the Amprex, another weapon that's seen a huge resurgence in use since the laser beam buff. The Amprex has always been a good weapon, like the Synapse, and just like the Synapse, it's now a serious damage dealer. Shocking, right? Fucking laser beam. Look guys, laser beams! And you could see on the chart shown at the end of the last dev stream by Rebecca that the jump in usage of the Amprex and a lot of the other weapons after the buffs has been a huge increase. Now unfortunately I didn't get to test the Amprex before a recent hotfix that changed the ramp up damage on beam weapons. Before the change, beam weapons would ramp their damage up in just under a second and stay at the maximum damage output as long as you held your trigger down. Now that damage ramp up resets for each enemy that you target. So every time you switch from enemy to enemy, you will have to ramp up that damage again. But let's be honest here. This is my Amprex right now against a room of level 150 corrupted enemies without hunter munitions equipped. So this is after the hotfix with the ramp up time differences. So what was it like before the change, before that ramp up change? Fucking unreal, I bet. It probably killed enemies a lot bloody quicker. Now what exactly got changed with the Amprex with the recent beam weapon buff as well? Its mastery rank... Wank. Shut the fuck up. Its mastery rank went from 5 to 10, its damage increased from 7.5 to 24, its fire rate... I've got something wrong with my fucking mouth right now this morning, I mean, I can't get water out. Its damage got increased from 7.5 all the way up to 24, so that's a huge fucking buff. Its fire rate got decreased from 20 down to 12. Its status chance got changed from 20% per second to 22% per tick of damage, which is a big boost as well. Its crit chance went from 50% down to 32%, and its crit damage multiplier went from 2.0 all the way up to 2.2. Woo, big change. It also seen an increase in ammo, so it went from 540 maximum ammo all the way up to 700. Now, it's not as hard, yeah, buns of fucking steel. It's not as hard on ammo as it was before the changes, and the removal of status per second and its crit damage multiplier being increased have made the Amprex one of the best crowd destroying weapons in Warframe right now. Now like I said at the start of the video, the Amprex has always been a good weapon, always. Just like the Synapse, but now it's a lot better. Now, when I was testing my Amprex before I settled on an actual build, I tried a few different builds out, which I will show in a few seconds. Of course, with hunter munitions and without, with Sinister Reach and without as well. Whether you want to run with Sinister Reach to increase the range up to 30 meters and its arc lightning's range as well, so it will bounce to enemies further away, that's entirely up to you. Or if you want to stick a Shred on there, or a Prime Shred, which is an incredible mod to be using on the Amprex, Shred will make the Amprex's main beam punch through your initial target and hit another target behind it, which of course will mean that there will be more arc lightning jumping from enemy to enemy, which will kill a larger group a lot quicker. But be warned, if you are using primed Shred, then you're going to run through ammo a lot faster as well. So the Amprex is a crit based weapon, which means straight away players will jump to hunter munitions, stick it on there, spread as many bleed effects as you can, strip enemies armor if you've got corrosive on there, or half their health if you choose to go with viral. It's incredible, and yes, hunter munitions on the Amprex is indeed fucking incredible. However, much like my Synapse, I decided to try a build that didn't have hunter munitions on it, so I left hunter munitions off my Amprex for one of these builds, and I have got two of the Vigilante mods on instead, just to ramp up the critical hits, give extra multi-shot, and of course increase my fire rate a little bit as well. Again, if you want to stick a Sinister Reach onto one of your builds, entirely up to you. Or if you want to pop Shred in there, again, up to you. Now all of these beam weapons are still being looked at by Digital Extremes following these recent buffs, and they're watching how much usage each weapon is getting, since that's what we seen at the end of the last dev stream. This showed us the stats or the chart, and if they see a large jump in popularity for one weapon, then chances are they'll see why and adjust that weapon if that weapon is indeed overpowered or if it needs it. Hopefully they won't, but we won't know until hotfixes start rolling out over the next week or two. So let me know in the comment section below what you think of the Amprex now, whether you love running it more than you did before the actual beam changes. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. And as always, thanks very much for watching.